Smart English Podcast.
Let's talk about everything.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Smart English Podcast. My name is Jessica, and today we are going to talk about something we all love and think about every day, which is food, and especially our daily foods like breakfast, lunch, dinner, and also healthy eating habits.
Hi everyone, I'm Brian, and I'm very happy about today's topic because talking about food always makes the conversation more interesting and, honestly, it also makes me a little hungry.
Yes, that happens every time we talk about food. So listeners, if you feel hungry during this episode, we are sorry.
Or maybe not sorry, because now you can learn English and eat something delicious at the same time.
That sounds like a perfect plan.
So, Jessica, let's start with something simple. What do you usually eat for breakfast on a normal day?
On most days, I try to eat something light but healthy, like eggs, toast, and maybe some fruit. But sometimes I just drink coffee and say, okay, this is breakfast.
That is a very honest answer, and I think many people do the same thing.
Yes, breakfast habits are not always perfect.
But breakfast is actually very important because it gives your body energy for the day.
Yes, people often say breakfast is the most important meal of the day.
But sometimes lunch feels more important.
Especially when you are very hungry.
Yes, around 12 or 1 o'clock, lunch suddenly becomes the most important thing in the world.
What about you? What do you usually eat for breakfast?
Well, I try to eat something simple, like bread, eggs, or maybe oatmeal. But I have to be honest, sometimes I eat something not very healthy, like a sweet snack.
So sometimes breakfast becomes dessert?
Yes, sometimes my breakfast is a cake.
That sounds like a happy morning.
Very happy, but maybe not very healthy.
That is something important to talk about. Balance in diet.
Yes, eating healthy does not mean you can never eat something sweet or tasty.
Exactly. A healthy diet means eating different types of food, like vegetables, fruits, proteins, and also drinking enough water.
Yes, and avoiding too much fast food or junk food.
Even though junk food is very tempting.
Very tempting, especially late at night.
Yes, at night, suddenly you want pizza, burgers, everything.
At night, your brain becomes a food expert.
Yes, I need this for my health.
This is important research.
Very serious research.
Let's talk about lunch, because that is usually the biggest meal for many people.
Yes, lunch is when people eat more variety, like rice, vegetables, meat, or fish.
In some countries, lunch is a very important family meal.
Yes, people sit together, talk, and enjoy food.
But in busy life, some people eat lunch very quickly.
Yes, sometimes people just eat at their desk while working.
Multitasking, eating and working at the same time.
Not always a good habit.
Taking time to eat slowly is also a healthy habit.
Yes, eating slowly helps digestion and also helps you enjoy your food more.
What about dinner?
Dinner is usually lighter for me, like soup, salad, or something simple.
Yes, many people prefer lighter dinners.
But sometimes dinner becomes a big meal too.
Especially when the food is very delicious.
Or when you are very hungry.
So overall, healthy eating is about balance, variety, and good habits.
Yes, try to eat regular meals, include healthy foods, drink water, and enjoy your meals without stress.
We will talk more about healthy habits, daily routines, and maybe some funny food habits people have.
And maybe some strange food combinations too.
Yes, that will be interesting.
Brian, in the last part we talked about breakfast, lunch, and dinner, but now I think we should talk about some healthy eating habits and also some funny habits people have with food, because honestly, food habits can be very interesting.
Yes, very interesting, and sometimes very confusing, because people say they want to eat healthy, but then they eat snacks every hour.
That is very true. Like someone says, I am on a healthy diet, and then 5 minutes later they are eating chips.
Yes, this is my healthy chips.
Special diet chips.
Low stress, high happiness diet.
That sounds like a popular diet.
One important healthy habit is drinking enough water during the day.
Yes, many people forget to drink water, and then they feel tired or low energy.
Sometimes people think they are hungry, but actually they're just thirsty.
Yes, the body says water, but the brain hears pizza.
That is very accurate.
Smiling. Another good habit is eating more fruits and vegetables.
Yes, they give vitamins and help keep the body healthy.
But some people try to avoid vegetables.
Yes, like vegetables are the enemy.
No broccoli, please.
I think broccoli has a bad reputation.
Yes, but it is actually very healthy.
Broccoli is just misunderstood.
Poor broccoli.
Another healthy habit is not eating too fast.
Yes, eating slowly helps your body understand when you are full.
But when the food is very delicious, people forget this rule.
Yes, suddenly the food disappears in 5 minutes.
Where did my food go?
Magic.
Another funny habit is late night eating.
Oh yes, that is very common.
During the day, people say, I will eat healthy today.
And at night they say, just one snack.
In that one snack becomes many snacks.
Yes, one becomes 5.
Late night hunger is very powerful.
It feels like a different person.
Night version, give me all the snacks.
Morning version, why did I eat all that?
Very true.
Another important habit is having regular meal times.
Yes, eating at similar times every day helps your body stay balanced.
For example, having breakfast in the morning, lunch in the afternoon, and dinner in the evening.
But sometimes life is busy and people skip meals.
Yes, skipping meals is not a good habit.
Especially skipping breakfast and then eating everything at lunch.
Very dangerous lunch.
Lunch becomes a festival.
Food festival every day.
I think balance is the key.
Yes, eat healthy most of the time, but also enjoy your favorite foods sometimes.
Because life without snacks is a little sad.
Yes, a little sad, but very healthy.
We need both health and happiness.
Cheerful. Let's talk more about daily food routines, different eating styles, and maybe some strange or funny food combinations people enjoy.
Yes, I think some of those combinations will be very surprising.
Brian, we talked about healthy habits, but now I'm thinking, maybe we should talk about daily food routines in a more real way, like what people actually do, not just what they plan to do.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good idea. Because people always say, I will eat healthy from tomorrow. But, tomorrow never really comes.
Yes, exactly. Like every night, people say, okay, tomorrow I will eat salad. And then next day, burger appears.
Yeah. Suddenly the salad disappears from the plan, and the burger becomes the main character.
Poor salad, always rejected.
Yeah. Salad is like, please choose me. And people are like, no, thank you.
That is very sad for the salad.
But, I think daily routines are not perfect, and that's okay. Because people are busy, tired, and sometimes just want easy food.
Yes, like after a long day, cooking a healthy meal feels a little difficult. So people just eat something quick.
Yeah, like instant noodles or fast food, which is not the best, but very easy.
Very easy and very dangerous for healthy plans.
Yes, very dangerous.
I also notice that many people skip breakfast, and then later they feel very hungry and eat too much.
Yeah, that happens a lot. Like they say, I'm not hungry in the morning, but then at 11 o'clock they are like, ooh, I need food now.
Emergency food situation.
Yes, level 10 hunger.
Very serious problem.
Another thing is people eating while watching something like TV or phone.
Yes, that is very common, and sometimes people don't even realize how much they are eating.
Yeah, like you start with a small snack, and then suddenly, the whole packet is gone.
Yes, and then you look at the empty packet like, who did this?
And you are alone.
Very suspicious.
I think another funny habit is eating different types of food together that don't really match.
Like what?
Like someone eating rice with chocolate or bread with something very strange.
Rice with chocolate. That sounds interesting.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it is good or not.
Maybe we should try it, or maybe not.
Yeah, maybe not risk our lives.
Good decision.
Also, people sometimes eat when they are bored, not because they are hungry.
Yes, that is very true. Like you were just sitting and thinking, and then you go to the kitchen.
Yeah, I'm not hungry, but let me check the fridge.
Just checking.
5 times.
Yes, nothing new in the fridge, but we still check.
Maybe something magical will appear.
Surprise pizza.
That would be amazing.
I think the key is being a little more aware of what we eat and why we eat.
Yes, like asking yourself, am I really hungry or just bored?
And also trying to keep balance. Not too strict, but also not too unhealthy.
Yeah, balance between salad and cake.
Perfect balance.
We can talk more about different types of diets and maybe some funny diet experiences people have.
Yes, I think there will be many funny stories there.
Definitely.
Brian, today let's talk about different types of diets because people follow many kinds of diets, and sometimes it becomes a little confusing what is actually healthy.
Yeah, that's true. Like one person says eat more protein, and another person says eat less carbs, and then someone else says just eat air.
Eat air sounds like the easiest diet.
Yes, 0 calories, 0 energy.
Not very helpful for living.
I think one popular diet is eating more vegetables and less processed food, which is actually a good and simple idea.
Yes, like eating fresh food, cooking at home, and avoiding too much junk food.
But the problem is, junk food is very tasty.
Yes, that is the biggest problem.
Healthy food, good for your body. Junk food, good for your happiness.
We need both sometimes.
Another common diet is people trying to stop eating sugar.
That sounds very difficult.
Very difficult, because sugar is everywhere, in drinks, snacks, desserts.
Even in things you don't expect.
Yeah, you check the label and it says sugar, 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 and more sugar.
Surprise sugar.
I also heard about people trying very strict diets for a few days.
Yes, like eating only salad or only fruits for some time.
But then after a few days, they are very hungry.
And then they eat everything.
Yes, diet ends with a big pizza celebration.
That is very realistic.
I think extreme diets are not easy to follow for a long time.
Yes, it is better to have a balanced diet that you can follow every day.
Yeah, something simple and realistic.
Like eating vegetables, but also enjoying dessert sometimes.
Very important sometimes.
Yes, not every hour.
Another funny thing is when people say, I am on a diet, but then they eat a big meal.
Yes, like I am on a diet, but today is special.
Yes, and every day is special.
Yes, Monday special, Tuesday special.
Wednesday, double special.
That diet is very flexible.
I think another important habit is planning your meals.
Yes, when you plan your meals, you are less likely to eat unhealthy food suddenly.
Like preparing food at home instead of ordering fast food.
But sometimes people feel lazy to cook.
Yes, cooking requires energy and washing dishes.
Washing dishes is the real problem.
That is why people order food.
Very true.
Another healthy habit is eating at the right time and not too late at night.
Yes, late night eating is very common, but not always healthy.
Especially when people say, just one small snack.
And then many snacks.
Yes, snack party.
Night snack party.
Overall, I think the best diet is something simple, balanced, and realistic.
Yes, something you can follow every day without feeling stressed.
We can talk about daily eating habits in different countries and maybe some funny food traditions.
Ooh, that will be interesting and maybe a little surprising too.
Definitely.
Brian, today let's talk about daily eating habits in different countries because people around the world eat very differently, and sometimes those habits feel a little surprising.
Yeah, that's interesting. Because what feels normal in one country can feel very strange in another country.
Yes. Like in some countries, people eat rice for breakfast, but in other places, breakfast is bread, eggs, or cereal.
Yeah. If someone gives me rice early in the morning, I might be like, is this breakfast or lunch?
Yes, same feeling.
But for many people, that is completely normal and very healthy.
Another interesting difference is the time people eat dinner.
Yes. In some countries, people eat dinner very early, like around 6 p.m.
But in other places, people eat very late, like 9 or even 10 p.m.
If I eat at 10 p.m., I feel like I am having a midnight party.
Yes, late dinner party.
Welcome to dinner at night time.
Night time sounds funny.
Also, portion sizes are different in different countries.
What do you mean?
Like in some places, people eat small portions but more meals during the day.
Yes, like small meals, but many times.
But in other places, people eat very big meals, especially lunch or dinner.
Big plate, big happiness.
Yes, very big happiness.
But sometimes too big.
Yes, then you say, I will never eat again, and then you eat again later.
Very true.
Another funny thing is how people eat certain foods,
Like what?
like eating with hands, or with chopsticks, or with fork and knife.
Yes, different styles.
I once tried to use chopsticks, and the food kept falling.
That happens to many people.
I was chasing the food around the plate.
Very active eating.
Yes, exercise and eating at the same time.
Healthy activity.
I also noticed that some countries have very strong food traditions.
Yes, like special meals for festivals or family gatherings.
For example, big family dinners where everyone cooks together.
Those moments are very special.
Yes, food is not just about eating, but also about sharing time with people.
Smiling. Exactly.
And sometimes about eating too much.
That also happens.
I am full, but I will eat a little more.
Very famous sentence.
Also, some people have very unique food combinations.
Like strange combinations?
Yes, like mixing sweet and salty foods together.
Interesting.
Like fries with ice cream.
That actually sounds a little good.
Really?
Maybe I will try. Or maybe I will regret.
Risky experiment.
Very risky.
I think learning about different food habits helps us understand different cultures better.
Yes, food is a big part of culture and daily life.
And also a big part of happiness.
Especially when the food is delicious.
Always.
We will talk about some simple tips to improve your daily diet and build better eating habits.
Yes, and maybe how to avoid eating snacks, or at least reduce them a little.
That is a very big challenge.
Brian, after talking about all these food habits and funny situations, I think it's a good time to share some simple tips to improve daily diet because many people want to eat healthy but don't know where to start.
Yeah. Ooh, that's true. Because sometimes people think healthy eating is very complicated. But actually, it can be simple if we follow small steps.
Yes, like starting with regular meals, not skipping breakfast, lunch, or dinner because your body needs energy during the whole day.
Yeah. And also trying to include different types of food, like vegetables, fruits, proteins, and not only snacks.
Yes, not only snacks, even though snacks are very attractive,
Very attractive and very dangerous.
especially late at night.
Another simple tip is drinking enough water, because many people forget this and then they feel tired or even confused.
Yes, sometimes we think we are hungry, but actually we just need water.
The body says water, but we hear chocolate.
Very common misunderstanding.
Also, cooking at home can be a very good habit,
Yes, because when you cook, you control what you eat.
like using less oil, less sugar, and more fresh ingredients.
But cooking also means washing dishes.
Yes, that is the real problem.
That's why some people avoid cooking.
They are not avoiding cooking, they are avoiding dishes.
Very true.
Another important habit is eating slowly and enjoying your food.
Yes, when you eat slowly, you understand when you are full and also enjoy the taste more.
But when the food is very delicious, it disappears quickly.
Yes, very fast.
Speed eating competition.
Winner gets more food.
Best prize ever.
I think balance is the most important idea in daily food.
Yes, not too strict, not too unhealthy, just a good balance.
Like eating healthy meals most of the time, but also enjoying your favorite food sometimes. Because life without tasty food is a little sad. Yes, a little sad.
Food is not only for health, but also for happiness and connection.
Yes, sharing meals with family and friends is one of the best parts of life.
Those small moments, like eating together, talking, and laughing, are very special.
And we don't need perfect food or perfect diet, just good habits and good moments.
So to everyone listening, try small changes, stay consistent, and don't worry too much about being perfect.
Yes, enjoy your food, take care of your health, and keep learning every day.
Thank you so much for listening to today's episode of the Smart English Podcast and joining us in this delicious conversation.
We hope you enjoyed this episode and maybe learned some new words and ideas about daily foods and healthy habits. Keep practicing your English.
Keep enjoying your meals, and we will see you in the next episode.
Goodbye, everyone. Take care and eat well.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more English learning videos. See you in the next episode.